People say that being smart is a gift, being high achieving, getting perfect grades, being the first name that comes to mind when people say about a bright future. But no one ever tells you that a gift can feel like a burden. Be the best in everyone's eyes doesn't mean you are free to be yourself. Behind it all, there is something you have to quietly fight to maintain. My name is Alvira Putri and Riana, and today I will tell you a story about someone's perseverance. Her name is Anna. From a young age, Anna was different. Not ordinary different, but the kind of different that makes parents at school meetings gasp and whisper with pride. Her teachers would call her parents in, not because she was in trouble, but because of her achievements. Perfect grades, science Olympiads, a well-off family. Her life was like a puzzle already neatly arranged in its frame, just waiting for Anna to place the final piece. But Anna always carried something that wasn't on everyone's list of expectation. She was 15 when she stood before her mother and spoke about her dream loud. She wanted to be a painter. Her mother looked at her and said, Anna, you are such a smart girl. Why become a painter? What about becoming a doctor? Don't worry, your future is already secure. Anna only smiled. She turned back to her room and turned to face her canvas. Years passed, and the expectation from those around her grew taller. From her father, mother, her family, and even her teachers. But for Anna, becoming a painter was not just a choice. Painting was how she expresses herself. But one night, without any warning, everything shattered, like a framed glass falling from a wall. Her father was deceived by his own business partner. The family's company collapsed. Only in one night, everything built over years came undone. What once existed now is gone. They still live in the same house, but everything felt different. Anna watched it all in silence. Voices came to her after that, louder, sharper than before. Ha 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 ha! You still dare to dream. Your family's falling apart, and you want to be a painter. That's nothing. And for the first time, Anna began to ask herself the very same question. Maybe they are right. Maybe I just wrong. Maybe I was wrong to dreaming of becoming a painter. Quill began to grow, slowly but steadily, until one day there were no more brushstrokes on the canvas. Anna disappeared from her own world. Canvases leaned against the wall. The colors that once felt alive now seemed to fade. Days kept passing. Mornings felt like nights. Anna stopped answering messages, stopped opening her windows, stopped believing there was anything that's still worth fighting for. Until one afternoon, there was a knock at her door. That was not her father, nor her mother. It was Ruma, her closest friend from school. Knock, knock, knock. Anna, I'm coming in. Ruma stepped in and sat near the window. Silence settled around both of them until Ruma decided to be the first one to speak. Sekolah Seni Nusantara is offering a scholarship. Applications close in 3 weeks. Maybe you'll want to try. Anna, who had been quiet, looked at Ruma and slowly shook her head. It's over, Rum. I don't want to be a painter anymore. Ruma didn't answer right away. She looked at the room, at the brushes, at the paints, at the canvases, and said softly, I don't think that's really true. You know, Anna, the world keeps moving even when you are at your lowest. The time doesn't stop for a single second, and neither do you have to. Your dreams are waiting. There are still a lot of something that worth fighting for. Also, there's nothing wrong with trying again. Is there? Sounds fell over them. And then Anna looked at Ruma, then at the room, then back again. Maybe you were right, Rum. Hearing that, Ruma smiled. That night, after Ruma was left, Anna sat in front of the blank canvas. She didn't paint right away. She just sat there, looking at it. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, until her fingers lifted the brushes and started the first stroke. Slowly, unhurriedly, as if she was remembering something she had always known. 3 weeks and one portfolio later, it was set. It wasn't perfect, but what's the harm in trying? 2 weeks after that, the announcement came. Anna was accepted. There was no roar of celebration. She was crying. She couldn't believe she had made it through all of them. Her mother, who was once questioned herself, was now held her tightly and warm. The family hadn't came like before, but there's the trust and the bond between them that grew stronger. People say that being smart is the gift, but from Anna we can learn that the really gift is when you are stronger enough to face the test on life. Also, how much hurt you pour into rising again when everybody says you should not.